Hello. Oh, already fucking up. I'm not even 30 seconds into the recording. So I'm putting all this stuff in the chest right now, and what I want to do is go find bamboo. Damn, Bad Omen 4. That's kind of insane. Because that's what I want to do. And I think I've gone in every direction. So I'm going to choose this way. We're looking for bamboo so that I can... And I don't even necessarily need to find a jungle. I just need to find, like... Because there are chests that have bamboo. I don't know where those chests are. I think mineshaft chests might have bamboo. I'm not going to be mining, obviously. So maybe I do have to just go find a jungle. I'm sorry if I am very low energy today. I did not get to bed last night until about 6 in the morning because I had work until 2:30 so I could set up the event. So I didn't get home until a little bit after 3. I had to record a video. I guess I didn't have to. I chose to record a video. And gross. So I recorded a video. Oh man, I forgot to bring a boat. Get a tree. I recorded a video and then I had to eat some food. And then I was texting one of my friends about something going on in our personal life. And I was like, dude, it's 5 o'clock. I need to go to bed. And so I went and took a shower. And by the time I was all tucked away in bed, I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my god, it's 6 in the morning. So I didn't get to bed until about 6 in the morning. And then I had to wake up today. Dude, this is so messed up. There was maybe like 100 people working this event. There were 2 people that had to both set it up and work it. And it was me and one of the bartenders. And I was like, dude, ain't no way you're having me work until 2:30 in the morning and then telling me I gotta be here at 12 in the afternoon the next day. Like, my drive to and from here is a 30-minute drive. It's like I get home and it's 3. I gotta leave by like 11:30. You know, I can get my 8 hours, but that would require me to like go home and immediately fall asleep. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. The event itself was fine for anybody who hasn't been keeping up to date with the videos. This car dealership rented out our entire venue for 4 hours. Their event was from 1 to 5, and so I had to be there from 12 to 6 for any last minute setup and to like go over the game plan and then to do cleanup afterwards. And the bill, just to like put into perspective how much went into this thing, the bill was $85,000. So it was a lot that went into this whole thing. And I mean, it was cool. I was mostly just like a point of interaction for most of the guests. And so I didn't have to do too much other than make sure that everybody was happy. And one of my coworkers like yelled at me because I was goofing off. In my defense, right, there wasn't a lot to do. Everyone was seated. Everybody was having a really good time. Everyone was very happy. The only problem we had was a problem inside of the kitchen, which I had no influence over. I had no say in. Like, I had nothing to do with anything that was going on in the kitchen tonight. I guess today. I'm used to working nights. And so, you know, if I'm gonna, what am I gonna do? Walk back there and just give them another person's opinion on some random shit? Like, no, it's just gonna make everybody more angry. They're gonna be like, why are you even back here, dude? Go do your job. So I was hanging out, and I was cracking jokes with one of my coworkers, and she like walked out from the kitchen, started yelling at me. And she was like, dude, I could hear you from like, she's like, you need to stop. Like, blah, 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 blah. Told me off. And I was like, my bad, dude. And she was like, I hear you from all the way over there. And I was like, all the way over there? For reference, all the way over there was about 20 feet away from me. I was like, yeah, I have a mic that like amplifies my voice. Everyone can hear me. That's kind of the point of the mic. Like, I'm cracking jokes and the guests are all laughing about it. You know? I was goofing off, but like that's part of my job is keeping the entertainment going. So, anyways, she was yelling at me. I got some not so great news over text, so I was kind of dealing with that. And then ow. I kind of want one of these dark oak saplings. And then I went to clock out. I went home for the day. My work girlfriend was kicking her feet in frustration. She's like, but I just got here. Why are you already leaving? And I was like, brother, I worked the morning today. I'm sorry. She's not my work girlfriend. I'm just cracking a joke. That's what I do. So then I left, and I'm like driving home, and dude, this lady, I'm driving and she damn near, okay, so I'm driving down the lane, it's a 2-lane street, 2-way street as well, so there's one lane going one way and one lane going another, and she like veers her car in front of mine. And I, like, slammed on my brakes and honked at her. And then she, like, slammed on her brakes. I don't know if she, like, fell asleep or what. And then, like, a few moments passed. And she, like, moved her car out of the way. And she looked at me like it was my fault. And I was like, brother, I was driving straight in my lane. And I didn't miss no, like, stop sign or anything. Like, I drive down this street, you know, several times a week. I work here. I know how to drive this street. I don't know. Crazy to look at me like that. Like it's my fault. Yeah, so. Crazy day. My manager like came in after the event because he's closing tonight, so he's working after the event happens, and he comes up to me and he's like, something's off with you. And I was like, what? And he's like, something's off with you. What's wrong with you? Why are you weird? And I was like, okay, let's chill out. I'm not weird. I got some bad news over text, and you know, now I'm kind of feeling weird. All right, don't call me weird though. There we go. Overall, you know, oh damn it, I can complain about today. I'm not going to. That's just kind of what happened. You know, sometimes you have days where, oh my god, where you wake up and everything just goes right, goes according to plan. Some days you wake up and stuff kind of stinks for a little bit. That's okay. Ow. So I got home. I'm still really tired. Hence why I was like, sorry about the low energy. I haven't even like made myself actual food. Ow. Thank you for that, witch. Ooh. What? Damn. I feel like I never get actual potion drops, much less a useful one. Please stay away. Oh, look at him. He's peeking me from around the corner. He's got some crazy strats. Dude, this poison, what the hell is going on? 10 more seconds. Should make like a parkour map where part of it you have to get poisoned and you have to, oh shit. I did not know where you were. I'm glad that didn't kill me. And you get poisoned and you have to jump on the poison tick, because if you jump on the poison tick you get extra. Dude, can you fuck off? Oh my god. Look at him, strafing and shit. Asshole. I don't remember which direction I was going. I think I'm going this way. Dude, this is insane. This is actually crazy. Guess I'm going this way. But yeah, it's like a jump that you can only take if you jump on the frame that you take the tick damage. That would be kind of crazy. Kind of sick nasty. We're having a parkour maps. Should I do parkour maps? I was gonna. Oh my god, there's a baby zombie with a weapon. Please stay away from me. Please stay away from me, sir. You're a literal freak. Oh, an ocean. Whatever. Yeah, since I was on a mic that like amplified my voice today, I got a couple of people telling me, they were like, man, you sound like you should be a talk host on like a radio show. I would watch that. And I'm like, brother, I didn't say this, but I'm like, check out my YouTube channel. I literally sit here and yap all day long and don't do anything but yap. I play Minecraft, but like, who's actually watching that? I guess some people do. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I feel like I've never seen a zombie villager in armor. Look at him with his little cloth hanging out from. Excuse you, sir. Don't hit me. His little cloth hanging out from his armor. That's sick. Pillager outpost over here. Maybe they happen to have bamboo in their chest for some reason. You know, they probably needed scaffolding to build that building. I like pillager outposts are kind of ugly. I also feel like the mansions are kind of weird. I feel like mansions don't fit them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky. Maybe I'm just like in a weird mood today. Maybe my manager was right. Hello. Maybe he was right when he said I'm just being weird. Piercing. I don't really think I care about piercing. You away. Keep it for now. I'm sorry, hang on. It's my brother. Sorry, I told him I played games with him, but I need to record the video first. That was also my Discord. I'm sorry. Again, it won't happen ever again. It might happen again. I don't know. Not today. It won't happen today. I need your ominous potion. Thank you. What'd you give me? Another ominous potion? 4? Holy crap. Holy crapola. I hope I find a tricky trials. Is that what they're called? Trial chamber? Something like that. I think they're called tricky trials. I'm pretty sure it's got the alliteration. One of my friends in my... Wait, I'm sorry. One of my coworkers, who happens to be my friend, were texting, and she's a computer programming major, and she like sent me one of her problems, and she was like, "You think you could figure this out?" And I managed to figure it out enough, not to where I understood it, but where I could answer the question. Please go away. Oh, stop it. I will kill you. Hello. Please go away. I don't like you. Ouch. So, I understand it enough to answer that question, but not to actually understand it. And she was like, "Dude, you're so..." Stop. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Get me out of here. She was like, "You're so smart to be able to figure that out." And I was like, "Dude, I'm not smart. I know how to sound smart, and I know just enough to trick people into thinking I'm smart. That's how smart I am, you know? I use interesting words. And so they're like, "This guy's got a vast vocabulary. He must know what he's talking about." Dude, also, one of my coworkers today called me a kiss ass. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but like, why are you calling me a kiss ass in this instance? And he was like, well, the manager walked up and was like, I need you guys to like make sure that the bathrooms are clean. And you said, "Oh, I already did it." I'm like, brother, how is that being a kiss ass? That's just me being like, yeah, I already did that. Like, I'm not going to do it right now because I just did it. And, you know, she was like, "Oh, really? Thank you for being on top of it." And then, like, gave me a high five and walked away. And I was like, yeah, bro, you know, whatever. I think they're just insecure that I'm on top of things and they're not. Bunch of little babies. Look at this little desert, dude. I feel like I never see deserts in Minecraft anymore. Maybe, is this even a desert? This is stone. I'm actually stupid. This isn't even sand. My point stands. I never see deserts in Minecraft anymore. They are an extremely rare biome to me for some reason. Let me know if you feel the same in the comments below. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit subscribe and like. In that order, preferably. For no particular reason. Just do that. You guys think that one dislike is going to kill my channel? You think YouTube's going to... Damn, another one? You think YouTube's going to stop recommending my channel to people now? It's like, oh, somebody disliked it. No, I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know. Calling me a kiss ass is crazy, though. Like I said, proudly am one. I've always been one, ever since, like, high school. That's how I got my grades high, because I wasn't, like, some super genius that scored well on every exam. I did score well on most exams. I never did my homework, though, so my grades always lacked. And I would go up to my teachers, and I would be like, "You look really young today." And they would be like, "Oh, Lance, you're so sweet. Here, let me excuse your missing homework assignments." And I'm like, you do too much for me, you know? You're too kind. And then they would, like, change my grade from a D to a B because they excused so many missing homework assignments. Let me grab some of these vines. I did bring my shears. I can do that. Oh my god, they both have enchanted ones. Hello, how are you shooting me? I have a shield. I have a shield? Is that your enchantment? You have piercing or what? Stop it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay. What was I going to do? I don't even remember what I was about to do. I just got, like, assaulted. Alright. I don't need these carrots. I'll keep the bottle of enchanting. I think bottle of enchantings make cool decoration pieces. I don't need the sugar. I don't need the banners. Oh god. Excuse me. Guys, it's not a good day today. Today is very tough on me for some reason. What the hell was I gonna do? Why can't I remember? Oh my god. There's something wrong with me. Guys, I'm like deteriorating. Oh! Vines! Yes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I need these. For decoration purposes. Oh my god, I'm like actually deteriorating in the brain right now. Ugh. Maybe I spend tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. Thank God. Maybe I spend all of tomorrow just like rotting in bed. No, not in bed, but like just doing stuff that takes zero mental effort. I think I need one of those types of days. I haven't had one of those days in a long time. Oh, hello, villager. You guys got anything cool for me? Probably not. I'm a blacksmith. I don't really care about your guys' food. Double church. Hello. This one is... What is this building? Hello, kitties. Oh. Oh, no, that is a kitty. I thought they were stacked on each other. This is interesting. I feel like I've never seen this type of building before. I love these, like, seaside villages that go out into the water. Super cool. I kind of want that calico cat. But also, cats are really loud and annoying in this game. And I already have a lot of dogs. But if I start getting cats, then I can collect every cat type. I'll do that on a later date. Still no bamboo, though. Kind of sad. Put this in there. And we can put these. Should be good. Alright. So many of these videos are just exploring. I guess that's what a lot of Minecraft is just kind of running around and finding stuff. Unless you get like a perfect seed that has you in the cross-section of like every biome that you could possibly ever want. I used to have to turn on large biomes because I would get too many biomes. I don't think I do that anymore. Do I do that? I know I would do that every single time I made a new world as a kid. Who knows? I mean, I could know. I could exit out and probably check, I think. Surprised there's no boats. No sunken ships. Remember when they first added sunken ships? And they were littered everywhere? You could do like an entire world and never mine. And have every resource you could ever want just because there were so many sunken ships. It was kind of insane. It was really annoying how many hearts of the sea I would have. Hello. It's a weird looking... terrain? I guess? I don't know. Sorry I went quiet. I got a notification and I looked at my phone. I try not to look at my phone while recording because I go quiet. I'm just apologizing to you guys a lot today. You know, there's so much to be sorry about. I'm failing you as a small content creator. I'm supposed to be your safe space, your little comfort area where there's not too much going on. It's just me yapping about my, average life. It's weird, because if I were to gain any traction, it would probably be because I'm like relatable in my day-to-day life and working a minimum wage job that kind of starves me for hours and treats me like garbage and uh, you know living just overall a very monotonous style life. But if I were to gain traction for that relatability, I would lose that relatability. It's something I've thought about a lot where I'm like, the larger a content creator gets, the harder it is to not empathize. I guess relate is the right word, but to kind of feel like a kinship towards them. They start to feel less and less like somebody that you would know in real life. The disconnect gets greater, and it's not saying that like any of you guys would know me in real life, but you could, right? Like, I live such a normal life. It's kind of depressing how normal it is. I'm like, what am I even doing? No. I know what I'm doing. I was talking to a family friend yesterday. I think I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this in the last video. She told me that she thinks I would make like a good HR representative or like a lawyer. Not the first time somebody told me I'd make a good lawyer. And it's just because I argue with people and I look up laws and I stand up for like other people's rights in the workplace. I would never want to be a lawyer. Oh my god, because the thing is, the demand for lawyers is in public defenders, and I could never defend a criminal. And you literally have to if you're a public defender. Even if you know they're guilty. Even if every single thing points towards them being guilty, you still have to try to defend them. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. It would drive me nuts. I would feel terrible about myself. But you have to. You have to try your best to help them because that's your job. And otherwise, you're legally at risk for not helping them. Because then at that point, it's kind of like you're sabotaging them. I'm not cut out for that style of work. I would be much better as an HR rep. It's a huge ravine. Jesus. Much better as an HR rep. Because then I could just deal with emails. And occasionally I'll have to like pull up to a place of work and be like, hey man, I'm here to see how you interact with your coworkers. Oh my god, undercover HR? Is that a thing? I wouldn't want to do that. I'm too direct with people. I wouldn't be able to do any of Undercover Boss. I would be able to do the final episode of Undercover Boss where I confront everybody. I don't know if anybody here has ever watched Key and Peele. Dude, they took Key and Peele off of Hulu. What the hell am I supposed to watch Key and Peele on? Oh my god, so much water. I'm going so far. Holy, I'm over 3,500 blocks away from my house. But I guess I gotta watch Key and Peele on YouTube now. It's kind of sad. I like watching the full episodes, not just the clips. Anyways, I don't know if anybody here has ever watched Key and Peele, but there's just a couple of guys that do like skits. And one of their skits was an Undercover Boss mock, and it was about like the boss revealing that he empathizes with everybody and that, oh, I'm getting you a promotion because X, Y, and Z. I'm getting you a new car because you said that you struggle getting to work, blah, blah, blah. Giving praise to all of these people. And then there's one guy who was bullying the undercover boss the entire time and just like, you know, messing with him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I knew you were the undercover boss." And he goes, "I'm gonna get to you in a second." And he goes, "Nah, but like I knew. That's why I was like making those jokes. They were jokes because I thought, you know, I was like, this is the boss. Like he's gonna, you know, he knows what's up." So I was just messing around. I wasn't like trying to punk you. And he's like, "I'm gonna get to you in a minute." And he like keeps going, and then he goes, "You can actually just go home. You're fired." He's like, "Nah, because you see, I have a daughter that's blind." And he's like, "No, you do not. You can go home. You are fired." And he's like, "No, she's blind and she's missing an arm. And she has sickle cell syndrome. And it just keeps going." And I think it's really funny. Interesting. Anyways, I didn't find the bamboo, but this video is already longer than I anticipated, and my brother is waiting on me. So I think I'm going to end it here. Let me find a tree to stand on top of so I don't spawn in the middle of the night and just die. Blop. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Alright, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Later.